Hello, everyone, and welcome back to EPR. We have a very special mini-sode for you today. It's our very first one of these, and we may be doing more of these in the future. But Laura and I have a few segments here and there that don't always make it to air that would still be pretty relevant, or that could be time sensitive, and we want to find a way to get you that content out in more bite-sized pieces. This episode is about the end of the fiscal year blitz, which I know a lot of us are going through right now, and how best to deal with that. So, no interview this time. It's just Laura and I talking about ways to handle the end of the year. And it felt important enough for us to put it out on its own. We really do hope you guys are all doing well, and we wanted to give you something that kind of just says we're thinking about you. So give it a listen and let us know what you think. Hit that music. For our segment today, I thought about a topic I think would be fun for us to just talk through. But so we're in September, so this is the end of the fiscal year for the federal government, which means half, or if not all, of the people listening are stressed out right now.
More than usual.
More than usual, and we're all working really hard to get proposals out. We're working hard to make sure everything comes through that we were promised, and all of this stuff. So there's a lot of phone calls, a lot of writing, and so I was thinking about, okay, what are our tips for prioritizing that and managing something so overwhelming? So I don't know. I know you've had to deal with this, maybe not this specific thing, but you deal with this kind of thing all the time. So I figured, yeah.
Well, if you recall, I did work for the government for 10 years.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
There we go.
The key is not to be waiting for this last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have those deadlines set in place ahead of time and be ready for it. And part of that is maybe putting some other work aside during this time. I mean, what do you do?
Yes is the answer. I do all of that. So there's a lot of planning, right? We know what we're going to go after. We know things that come up, and so but we're in 8A, so we also get random requests that come last minute, where people will be like, and I shouldn't say random, but like we'll get requests like, hey, we had this project, we need an 8A to do it. Are you guys willing to? And we'll say, yes, of course, and we want to, so we have to be a little bit flexible, right? No matter how well we plan, we're going to have some things pop up that we weren't expecting. So there's just a lot that goes into it. There's a lot that goes in. So you have to be flexible, but you also have to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, then you don't get anything out. And that's not good either. So it's just a nail-biting time, for everybody, I think, right now, because you just want those big projects to come through. You want to kind of make sure you have everything lined up. Do we need to hire people? Well, we need to see how we did. Yeah. All of this stuff kind of plays in. And I don't know if you've noticed LinkedIn, but lots of people are hiring right now. Like just everybody's putting out things because they're expecting to win work. And some of the projects have come through already, and some more will come through in the next couple of weeks. And by the time this airs, maybe everyone's done because we'll be close to the end. But it's still like it's a really high pressure moment, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah, I think one of the other keys is just also knowing what not to apply for, so you can focus on those ones that you actually want to get and are qualified for and are gonna take you forward.
100%. Like if you're just putting out things to put them out, you won't win anything. You have to have an understanding of what you're going after. And, you don't want to waste your time either. You don't want to put all this energy and effort into something you won't get. That doesn't work. And, can leave your staff feeling kind of like, well, what the hell is the point of any of this? And you want to avoid that too, for sure.
Yeah. So, and then the other thing is always, like we were just talking about, is you want to learn from it. Like, don't make every year, like if every year is like stress mode, I mean, it's going to be to some point, but you need to be debriefing afterwards and saying, what did we do that we could do better next time? How can we make this better? What should we not go after next time?
Yeah.
What should we go after we didn't go after? Who are the agencies that brought us deadlines the last 15 minutes, and how can we avoid them next time and get our work from somewhere else?
I know.
You know?
It's true.
If possible.
If possible. That's exactly what I was going to say. I was like, sometimes,
not always possible.
Not always possible. Like one of our biggest projects, it's always like last year, they gave us a 4-day extension to the end of the fiscal year because they couldn't finish getting us the RFP in time. And so that was fun. That was a lot of fun. You're like, okay, I'm not stressed. You're stressed.
I like that though. I'm not stressed. You're stressed.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just our livelihood. It's fine. But yeah, that's a good point. Those are all good points. And managing those expectations, managing that planning, that doesn't mean you can't plan. Like you said, like you've got to, if there's one client in particular who just is like, if you keep getting the feedback that, yeah, you guys are close. You're not really, you did, but it happens like 3 years in a row. Okay. Maybe something else is going on. Maybe maybe you don't know your client that well, or maybe like, you're just never going to win it. So, it's a lot like dating, right? If you keep asking someone out and they keep saying no, you should just ask someone else out, You should just anywhere else, just turn your attention somewhere else. And, but yeah, sometimes you get great relationships and, you're in long-term ones and those are the best ones to have.
Yeah. Maybe you can categorize them. These are our shoe-ins. These are our challenges. And then make sure you've got the right people and the right ones.
Yeah. Yeah. And having your team help you is really important too. So that you don't want to burn anyone out, including yourself. If you're the lead, if you're not the lead and you want to support people, you also have to be, it's hard to be like, okay, well, I need help on this. Cause you want to feel like when you're younger that I can do anything. And it's like, you can to a degree, but if you're burning out, you have to be aware of that and be willing to say, hey, I need some support on this. And good bosses will be like, yeah, of course, let's get someone else to help you out with this. And really, ultimately that all falls back on the boss.
Yeah. I think good bosses will, throw a party afterwards or something.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, yeah.
Regardless of whether you win them or not. Like, hey, we did our best, right? So
yeah, exactly.
Celebrate that.
It's always important. And just, it's weird these days because it's like, we're in a Zoom world still. And, it's like I want to do that, but it's like, okay, how can we do that? How do we have a party or have a celebration of some kind over Zoom? It's like, here, I will mail you guys 1 beer each and, maybe 2 for, but it is more difficult that way, but there's definitely still ways to do it. It's, whether it's even if it's like gift cards or
get creative. Give everybody a stipend to buy their own frozen pizza and beer and then
right. Yeah.
do it all up at the same time.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah.
People can share what they're drinking and eating and
yeah. It's like, oh, you chose box wine. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't have, but
right?
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Box wine and Totino's. Cool. What should you do with the rest of the stipend?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's $5. What? That's too funny. Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for your insight as always. And why don't we go ahead and wrap up the episode?
Sounds good.
Cool.